So with PSG dominating the French division once again, it seems to be the opposite in the Champions League.
That's right.
With manager Luis Enrique determined to break the curse on winning the Champions League for PSG, it seems very unlikely with them near elimination in the Champions League table.
Oh, that's just great.
Hence why I've been brought in as the new PSG manager to finally win the Champions League. However, there's going to be a twist.
But wait! There's more!
To make things a bit more of a challenge, we're going to only have players in the team that are under the age of 23, so say goodbye to players like Dembele, Marquinhos, and the list goes on. The second challenge is we must have 5 youth academy players from France in the final team in the Champions League final, and then lastly, we can only spend 50 million per season unless it's with player swaps. And so here we have it then with the PSG rebuild here. Could be a bit of a challenge with all the stimulations that we have applied with this rebuild here today. And we will confirm it right now. If we go to the squad hub, we have literally got no players over the age of 23, which is absolutely fine. So we go right up to the top here. If we can, if we just get to it right here, as you can see, literally 23 and lower. We did have to bring some players from the League 2 team at Paris AC because obviously we released so many players. We just needed some players to just make up some, well, players within the team. So that's why they are going to be in the team here today. Pretty much just going to be sat within the bench because obviously EA would not allow us to have such a small team. Regardless of that though, let's go check out the team. Now looking at the team here, there's still quite a lot of players who will definitely grow up in the near future and potentially will stay to the end of the season, whether that's going to be in season 3 that we normally do in our challenge, season 4, 5, you name it, until we get to the Champions League and go on to win it. We've got the likes of Barcola, Ramos, Lican in the team, which to be honest, I'm going to probably keep for me for the first season and see who does well in the first season in terms of stat wise. If someone underperforms, like I said, we have got the 15 million max to potentially invest it within the team, but I feel like for the first season we definitely maybe need to invest it in a new centre mid and maybe, you know, maybe a right back, I feel like, and a goalkeeper, because we're not really there in terms of overall. However, by saying that though, with that formation with the 4-3-3, we have got one player who is out on loan to RB Leipzig who will be coming back into the next season. Is Xavi Simons here, would probably be the player that leads the attacking threat for PSG when he comes back. I'm actually going to keep him on loan because we have got a lot of versatile in the attacking sense already, like the likes of Ramos, Lee Canin, Zoe here, and Barcola. So I feel like if we bring him back, he's not really going to suit into the team. But like I said, we are going to look at the stats at the end of the season and see who are the outstanding players who might not be outperforming that, you know, the way we expect to. If they're not performing that well, we're going to, well, sack them off. As you can see though, we have, unfortunately, we can't really do it in this game to actually show the budget, but we have got 186 million, but do not worry, we will be sticking to our rules where we can only spend 50 million. I can't actually alter it in the settings, so we're just going to have to go with the flow with that and keep tabs on spending 50 million, which I will, in fact, definitely show you with the transfers here. Now, we have actually got some generated ones indeed here already, and it's not really one that really stands out, except from this Julian Mahi here, so he could potentially be sat in the team, but the rest of them, we will just kind of get rid of because they're not going to be that good with the team. We want to send our own scouts out to the preferred positions, and as you can see, I have gone for this formation here, which is pretty much the same, but we just dropped one of the centre mids down into DM. So I feel like with the 50 million, we need to have a look at the substitutions, like I said, the goalkeeper and probably a right back. And I think for season 1, if we can aim for maybe European football, I feel like maybe the top 4, that would be fantastic, and we go from there. But now it is time to send the scouter, which unfortunately we can only send one scouter at a time because the game will not allow us to select 3 French scouts to go, well, to actual France, which is a bit frustrating indeed, but it is what it is. So you're probably wondering, what position am I going to look for first? And of course, it's going to be a striker. I feel like being at PSG, we want to find the next Kylian Mbappe now that he has gone to Real Madrid. So we're going to go for it right there, the striker role. Literally just going to do striker for 3 months and see how we get on there. I want to advance forward because that's the most meta one I feel like in the game. Call me a rat, but the game is the game. Return on the 1st of October, which gets to my next thing, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look at the board in terms of seeing what they want for objectives this season. We can't get sacked. We've turned that off because it's very annoying in this game. League 1 qualify European competition, so we both agree on right there. Reach the round of 16 in the Copa de France. Within 3 seasons, win the league, which I think is quite a fair one there for Critical. Youth development within 2 seasons, have at least 1 player. We should be absolutely fine with that. Brand exposure, get 25 games without defeat in home match this year. That's quite hard. Sign 1 player the same nationally as the club, which is French, which we will probably do as well. For the first season, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to simulate to January to see if we can find a youth academy player throughout the months. I will be changing it to alter positions in the youth academy when he does return, like the CDM, the right back, defense, goalkeeper, you name it. We will see how we go, and then we'll assess it a little bit better in January. Maybe make some signings in January, who knows, maybe not, but it is what it is. But with the 15 million now, I feel like we need to bring some new fresh players to PSG. So let's go have a look at the transfer market and see if we can do that right now. So the first signing for this rebuild will go into the DM row from Parma, the Belgium, and Mandela Keita here, the 75 DM at the age of 22. We only paid 11 million for him, which leaves us with 39 million to splash for the rest of this season. Not a bad player indeed. 75 overall for that market value. I think that's quite good for our actual new number 7 of the team. Big number to represent right there, but can he do it in PSG in DM? So our next signing goes a little bit lower on our actual spending spree, and it goes to the right back, Nsio Kumbindi here from Lyon, one of our rival teams. We're going to bring him in at the age of 19, the overall is 71, only costing us 4 million, which still leaves us pretty low indeed in terms of what we got to spend. So like I said, a bit of potential in this right back, see how he gets on, but will be our new starting number 2 within the team. Let's see how he gets on. Not a bad player for 4 million. So our next signing, I'm thinking long term. He's going to be the crucial for this season, but will we rotation him in the near future if we get a higher role player in this position? And that's the goalkeeper position in Bryce Samba here. 82 overall, the age of 30. We paid a whopping 27 million for him, which remains us on 8 million from RC Lens. Like I said, looking for the future here. That doesn't apply with the rules of getting rid of players under the age of 23. That was with the PSG team. We're allowed to sign players over the age of 23. It was just with the current team. And I think for this keeper for season 1, maybe 2, I think he could do a job for us just to maintain it. In the future be rotational if we get someone higher. But welcome Bryce Samba to PSG. Now onto our final signing. Now we really are scraping the barrel here with the 15 million price tags we have got this season, and that's going to be with Jordan Ferry here from Montpellier, the overall of 76 at the age of 32. It's not a bad player to get in for a rotational DM. We paid a whopping 5 million for him, which leaves us, like I said, scraping the barrel with 3 million to play with, which we're just going to sit on now, I think, for contracts. But our new number 8 and our 4th signing and final signing for PSG. And so that is going to wrap it up for season 1 in terms of the signings. And this is what the team is looking at, with Keita in the DM with Zar Emery and Neves, Ramos, Barcola, Lican in, Kubini there, Pacho, Bellardo, Mendes, and the new goalkeeper Samba with a rotation of Ferrari there, right there. You're probably wondering, why do you not go for a rotational striker? Obviously, we have sent one out of Youth Academy, so I'm hoping that guy, if we find something really good, could come into the team and be the substitute striker over Gonzalo Ramos. Just to clarify and confirm that I have just really just scraped the barrel. If you just look at it right here, 11 million, 4 million, 27 and 5, which is a whopping, I believe, 47 million, around the mark anyway, with 3 million just there, which we have just done in terms of contracts. And also, if I could just quickly get to it right now, if I can just get to the squad, go to tactical presence, going for the wing play because I feel like that's the best with Barcola and Lican in. We've just used that little bit of money there to just hire out 1 coach of each department within the team. So that is the team there, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, we're going to simulate to January. Well, I'm going to see you guys in January once I find a couple of players that have got a good bit of potential within the team that could probably sit on the bench for the substitutions so they can rotate with the first team. Or who knows, if you find an absolute world-class player, maybe the next Mbappe, Messi, Ronaldo, you name it, they could worm into the first team. You never know, with all positions covered. But like I said, let's get to January. Let's see what happens. And well, let's go from there. So here we have it then. January has arrived and it's been decent, but literally just within 1 day going to the Man City game to simulate to there, something dramatic has happened. And that's why I'm going to start off with this January kind of analysis right here. Going to the transfer history, we have lost a massive player in Lee Can in to Lille here. So he actually just wanted to leave, but I'm not too bad and worried about this because, well, I've got a lot of Youth Academy players to show you, and I feel like someone can definitely cover that position right there, which also makes us as well have 40.4 million remaining budget now for this season, because also, of course, we did literally scrape the barrel with just having 3 million remaining. But with this sale here, with a big massive player, it puts our budget back up to around the 14 million mark. But now going to the academy players here, and we have found some absolute corkers indeed, and some will definitely get loaned out right here. We have got this goalkeeper right here who didn't really do the best. We've also got the same here. Got a bit of potential about him, but at the age of 15 we can't sign on anyway. But we have got this 6'8" goalkeeper in Artlist here, where we are going to bring him in and hopefully loan him out because Samba is within the team. We've already got a rotational goalkeeper as well. This guy here hasn't obviously made the cut, so we will be releasing him here. But we have got Theodore Blancard here, who looks like a bit of a player indeed for the near future. At the age of 17, a loan spell will be fantastic indeed. Julian Mahir here, I think he'd be a good player just to sit in the team for a rotational right winger. But this is the guy I'm on about here, who will be going right into the starting 11 here. The first one in Ruben Potier here. At the overall 69, I feel it with our team still in development form in League One. Season 1, sorry. I think he can slip into this team and grow up massively if we don't have anyone kind of pushing him out of his position. So welcome to the team. We'll check all the potentials out as well. Ruben Barbier right here, a good striker indeed, who could actually grow up to be quite decent in the near future. Inside forward plan there, probably develop that more into a striker role, promote to the senior squad, but probably a loan spell. Eidbert here hasn't really grown up massively, so we're going to release him unfortunately. And Korpet here, I think the same as well. I think they have got to go. So let's go have a look now and see what their development plans are. So let's go to Squad Hub right here. Let's just quickly go right over if we quickly can. I'm trying to find it as quick as possible. There we go. And let's have a look at so Mahia, excellent prospect. Goalkeeper, short grip potential, hopefully changer. He is absolutely massive, 6'8" with that ponytail. Pretty much found the French Donnarumma there, who has actually gone back to his former team in Milan. If anyone's, didn't know about that, if I didn't mention it already, the players are over the age of 23. We went back to their old clubs like Dembele to Barcelona, Marquinhos to Roma, and like I just said, Donnarumma to AC Milan. Barbier there, excellent prospect there, very good indeed. Blancard there, short grip potential, expect a bit better from right there. And Poitier, excellent prospect as well. But as we all know, these players can actually switch. Players' potential can switch within the next season if they're playing quite well. So I think for now, we want to try and loan out a couple of players indeed. So I think we're going to do there. Barbier as well. Actually, to be fair, I'm going to keep him in the team. I think we need a rotational striker like I mentioned. So we're going to do that. Blancard is going to go on loan, and Mahia as well. I think we keep him within the team. So only a couple of loans to be fair, but not really many. But this guy here is definitely going to make it a starting team right there. Let's have a look at how we're getting on the league. It's not too bad indeed. I don't think we're in the red, so I would have thought we're not doing too bad. I didn't play any games because that will be definitely cheating indeed. Champions League though, we're kind of like doing what we're doing in real life, not doing the best, but to be fair, doing a little bit better than we are in real life. League One though, that is I believe the cup game. We don't want that one there. It's a bit of a weird one there. Well, we're at 4th. Alright, so that's not too bad. Monaco dominating at the moment. You can see why Lee can't in went to Lille there. They are potentially second going for the title. How are we doing the trophy to champions and there? And we've actually won it. Alright, okay, so we've actually won it right there. So there's actually one trophy ticked off, couple of difference right there, and we're still in this competition over the round of 16. So we're not doing too bad for our first season here, but let's get to the deadline day transfer window and see if we can loan up them players and then progress to the end of the season. So here we have the last hour of deadline day, and unfortunately we was only able to loan out the goalkeeper and not to the DM, but that's nothing to worry because like we said, we did sign someone who is getting there with age, so probably could be his last season in Fieri here. 32, he could stay in the team. We might convert him to a centre mid. That might actually work out a bit better right there, to be honest. So this guy will still have a bit of potential. He's only got short grip potential, so it's not the end of the world, to be fair, to not loan him out. Like I said, we did have 40 odd million to potentially make a signing, but I'm not going to make too many signings in season 1, and we're just going to let that disappear until next season where we get our fresh 50 million to play with. Only due to the fact that I want to obviously more invest it into the youth academy, and I don't want to overrun it with real life players where we do need to hit at least a minimum of 5 youth academy players at the last game when we finally do get there. Other than that though, it's not too shabby indeed. Just to confirm it right here, our goalkeeper has gone out on loan to this team right here, which I haven't got an absolute clue, but he will get game time right there, so hopefully he will grow up a little bit higher. But all eyes on our new right winger, to be fair, our first youth academy player in the starting team, and actually not in the substitutions actually as well, in Poitier here. Hopefully he can grow up to like a 74 or something at the end of the season. That would be very nice. Could be any there. I'm hoping he grows a bit more as well. I mean, he's gone up a little bit, We expect a little bit more there, but the rest of the team is not doing too bad. Keita there and Fieri's looks like they're very satisfied, so they get a bit of rotation, which is nice to see. But like I said, we're not doing too bad. We've won one cup already this season, which is kind of the equivalent of the Super Cup, but in the French league, I do believe. Let's see if we can win any more. I doubt it, but you never know. Let's get to the end of the season. So here we have then the end of the season has arrived for PSG, and let's see how we got on. Looks like our last game will be at home against AJ right there. How did we get on in the league though? I'm not too sure. Our last two games, massive losses there against Strasbourg and Montpellier, 4-2 and a 5-3, which is a bit wild indeed. And we have dropped a little bit, and it looks like we could be finishing 6th, potentially 5th if we go on to win this game and RC then lose there. So let's just jump right into it right here and see what the result is. Let's say Potier there in the right wing has gone up a little bit, which is nice to see. And we do win 3-1 with Barcola, Gonzalo Ramos getting the goals and him getting the double right there. Artlist did draw their game, or drew, sorry. So I do believe, just to confirm it, we might have come 5th in the league, which ain't too bad, which I do believe is Europa League. Oh no, we have come 6th, sorry, I just can't do basic math. I've had an absolute shocker. The point was enough for RC Lens to stay in 5th. So we have got definitely Europa League regardless of 5th or 6th. Which isn't too bad. Like I said, we was expecting not really to dominate for the league, and looks like Lille, who Lee Cannon has gone to, went on to win, so it was a decent move for him right there. Trophy to Champions, as you can see, we definitely went on to win that one. Copa de France though, it looks like we didn't do well on here. I mean, to be fair, actually, we got to the semi-finals, so that's actually not too bad. A decent season for a new PSG team. Indeed, not too shabby right there. Did we lose anyone else? I don't think we did, because we did see it ourselves. It should be just the one player in the loan right there, which we have done. Not too shabby indeed. Before Simulate as well, I did actually send one more scout into the right back row, which we did find these two players here. I mean, got Patrick Boyton right here, we potentially would get loaned out next season, and this guy hasn't really made the cut, so unfortunately we will be releasing him. So Saranara to that man right there. But now it's time to see who are the outstanding players of the season is, and if anyone can remember, I'm quite a harsh manager. If they haven't performed, like I said, we have got the 50 million next season to splash on potentially someone who isn't really performing that well within the team. We could swap him out, so let's have a look here. And Gonzalo Ramos looks like he will be keeping his spot. Barcolo though, I mean, not the best so far, but with a weaker team, maybe it's been a one-man jobby there with Zaire and Gonzalo Ramos. So I think these guys are safe here. Neves looking too bad. Piotr does come into the team here. 6-3, it's not too bad from January. Dewey there, I mean, he's very good. Very good. I want him as a left winger here. I'm hoping he doesn't play over the positions of Poitier. He doesn't play that position, so I'm hoping it's not too bad. Nuno Mendes, let's say one of the highest overalls in the team. Maybe the highest overall right there. Not too bad indeed. If we go to the overalls now, let's see how some of the youth academy players gone. Let's say our goalkeeper hasn't gone up at all, which is a bit annoying. Julian Mehey there, I mean, he's going to be the rotational winger in right wing, so we're not expecting him to do massively well, but he has got 10 appearances, so he's definitely playing that role quite comfortably. Just need to get better stats. Not too bad there. Barbia, has he played any games? I mean, 9-2. I mean, that's a good rotational striker move right there. I think obviously he will hit the 70 overall next season, which I think is fantastic. We have got players like this, but we will probably sell to make a bit more extra cash for season 2. Looks like this guy, has he got anything? No, one game. We did want him to loan out, so we expected that. But like I said, we'll have a couple of players to play around with next season. We've got like this guy here, Moscadaro there, and then not bad players indeed. Let's say Kier has gone up a little bit as well, 39 and 3 goals, not too bad. Want him as the ATO overall, that just kind of cement that. But we have got Xavi Simons coming back next season, so we need to maybe alter the formation to have a look at it right there to fit him back into the team, as he will be a killer player within the attack, and maybe push us to the Champions League kind of position next season, maybe top 3, maybe 2, even maybe go on to win the league, who knows. But not too bad in terms of actual plans here, not too bad. I mean, 22 out of 25 games without defeating the home seasons, not too shabby as well. Nearly ticked on the Croker, but like I said, we can't get sacked, so it doesn't really matter anyway. Just a little bit of fun to add it on the side as well. 2 unread messages as well. Oh, Fiore isn't happy, so he wants to move somewhere, which to be fair, I think would actually play better with our actual DM that we've got within the team. He can actually now be the rotational, as he's got show great potential. So to be fair, Ferrari, it was inevitable. He was going to leave anyway. Zara Emery, people are supposed to be fair and secure. All right, I'm hoping Zara Emery doesn't leave, because he is the main man, one of the main men in this team. So not too bad. But other than that, season 1, I think that was a success. Like I said, we got European football. That was more the goal this season. Not too bad. To progress from making this PSG team great again in the French division. Let's get into season 2 and let's see what we can do with this team going forward. So here we have it then into season 2 with PSG. Obviously in the last season we did finish in a Europa League spot, which to be fair we could potentially go for this season. We might aim for maybe the same position as last season, the 6th region, maybe go for top 4 as well, because we have done some dramatic changes to the team. And let's start with the transfer history right here. As you can see, we have sold a couple of people right here, and also of course being a new season we have got a fresh 50 million to spend with. But with some of these players sold here, we end up having our budget at now 61.7 million, which is a little bit more to play with, to maybe bring in 1 or 2 individuals who could be very good within the team. As you can see though, we have loaned out a hell of a lot of people, and the main reason why is I want to focus on some of the academy players for this season and take a bit of a gamble when the rest of our team is looking pretty decent. Like I said, we got Simmons now in the cam/centre. He has got the -2 with Neves into the 84, but we have got this new individual, the 17-year-old in 65 in Henri here. I mean, he could be a good player here, Blancard as well. But as you can see, our right back is completely gone because we have potentially found someone which I will reveal in a minute that could be very good. We did actually bring in the individual and Bulletin right here from the academy in as a new rotation and right back in the near future. But like I said, we have loaned out a hell of a lot of players to potentially go to a loan here. Like Kubini here, he has gone for Spurs on loan, because like I said, I just want to focus on players from the academy, because that's where we definitely need to hit one of our objectives within the new season. But let's have a look at the board before we reveal some of the new signings for the team that will potentially happen with PSG in season 2. Domestic success here, win the league, win the cup, so they actually want us to go for it all here. I'm not going to expect that because we have lowered our team kind of ratings this season. We have got Xavi Simons at the midfield hopefully to carry us. We'll have to wait and see. Continental success, they actually want us to win the Conference League. I thought we had Europa League, but considering, well, it must be Conference League, and I thought it was. But it is what it is. We're still European football, so let's say we could go for the Conference League instead, which, to be fair, we might be able to go through now. That's my mistake right there. I do apologise right there. Sign 2 players born in North America. We might do that, but I feel like I've got one individual that I could potentially want to sign for the team with the budget we have got with this season. And that will definitely be in the defensive role, I do believe. Ballardo and Pancho, good potential players right here, but I want to increase our kind of overall and a player that's done it before on the big stage. So let's have a look at who that is and make our first signing for season 2. So the first signing goes to Ibra Kanate. Is it the only signing? You never know. He's actually not at Liverpool, he's at Napoli at the age of 26, overall 85. We paid a whopping 60 million, yes. So 10 more than our actual normal budget, because one of the sales, we have literally scraping the barrel now. We're literally about $1 million left. But he is going to be the starting centre back. He knows how to do it on the bigger stages. Fantastic centre back. French player, French team, makes sense. Welcome, Kanate. Now the next guy is going to be an individual who was from our youth academy, but we let him go, but he's actually turned into an absolute monster now at West Ham in David Leclerc here. A youth academy player coming through the ranks has absolutely shined at the overall 67 at the age of 70 in the right back position. We paid a whopping 1.3 million with him, which remains our budget on 400k. It's safe to say we have definitely scraped the penny on our last signing. So this is going to be the team for season 2. As you see, Konate and Leclerc go into the team, and the reason why I brought this individual in when I was searching for a potential new right back, with also some of the loans that have gone out. Like I said, I want to focus on really some of the academy players coming in. If we go to the squad hub here and have a look at him in the right back row, as you can see, if I can just quickly scroll down, he has got the potential to be special, which is the highest bit of potential you can get on any player. If anyone's wondering where we got this individual from here, well, so I was literally simulating up to this date. We just did one scout in the DM and found this guy here, and he has got a market value of 1.4 million, so I'm actually going to start him within the team, hence why I've loaned out a hell of a lot of players so we can focus on the academy players for this season. As you can see, Kanate goes in over, I do believe, the main man in Pacho right here, because Ballardo has got a little bit better potential about him. But like I said, a weaker team with Poya, Leclerc, and Fury in the well, on the outside. I've had a shocker right there, ladies and gentlemen. But the game is the game. They're going to go into the team right there. So I'm hoping at the end of the season we can see them near the mid-70s and maybe probably hitting the 80. Maybe you never know if he's going to be our only right winger within the team. With the remaining budget, we literally just held it out and just got a couple of more scouts. You can see got one notch on every position. But just to confirm it, I have not broken any rules, as you can see right here. If we just scroll right up to the right hand side, as you can see, you guys could probably work it out for yourself, but just to clarify, we pretty much have only got like 400k around that mark remain into the team. So we're probably just going to leave that because we're not going to sign anyone right there. But 2 new signs for the team, looking very tasty indeed. It's not a bad team indeed. I'm just hoping, ideally, we can finish around that region from we did last season. Make a little bit of progress, maybe go for maybe the Europa League spot. But we'll have to wait and see. But other than that, let's simulate to the end of the season. And let's see how we get on in Season 2. So here we have it then. The end of the season has arrived. So we've got a 2-2 draw against Paris there. Bit of a rival game, you could probably say right there. And let's say we got Lille in our last game. I don't know how we've gone with the Conference League. Hopefully we've done quite well. I'm hoping to see a final pop up on the calendar. And we do, with a 3-0 win against Rangers away. So we've actually got a final to look forward to. How did we get on with the league go? And we have won the league as well. So it looks like we're doing fantastic this season, even with a weaker side. Looking at the team now, Porty has nearly the 80 overall. Blancard actually goes in the starting team, so something must have happened there with our DM in Henri, or I would bloody pronounce it. Lacrosse gone up a little bit, but not as much as well. Canard is also come to this team and done fantastic. Can we get the win here now, though? And it looks like Zar Emery and Barcola get the goals for the team. So not too shabby indeed, but can we do it? A potential double or a treble here. We'll have a look as well if we've won the actual kind of the equivalent of the FA Cup, but in the French division. I'm not too sure what it's called again, but we'll have to have a quick look there. Also got Royal Lacrosse as well, but we've got the final against Real Betis there in the Conference League. A trophy that I don't really win on my rebuilds, but can we do it here today? Simon's still got the kind of warning sign in the centre mid, but it doesn't look like it's affecting that much this season. And a 2-0 win with Barcola with the double. He is absolutely dominating, absolutely scoring all the goals, it seems, for this team. So as you can see there, 2 trophies, 1. Have we done a treble, though? Let's have a look at the trophy. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look at the bus. And it is only 2 trophies. So it looks like we have not done a treble. So let's just skip that right there. Because also the only time we really want to see that is when we got the Champions League. So let's have a look and go right to the office here. And go to standings. Have we won the other cup? I don't think we have, because we've just seen it there. I do believe it's not it's this one here. And it isn't. Alright, okay, bit of a wild final there indeed. The playoffs, okay. However, we want to see what our cup is though. So let's have a look. Let's see if we can find it. Cup de France here. And it looks like RC Lens wins it there. Where did we come here? Didn't know we did quite well on this, to be honest. Okay, we got knocked out by Rodez AF 4-2 with a round of 32. So we had a stinker in the Cup de France. But other than that, not too bad indeed. But let's have a look at the outstanding players this season right here. Poya have gone up a lot of stats here, so hopefully he's done it all right. And he has. He's actually a top goal scorer. All right, fair enough. I mean, look at the Conference League, 11 and 12, 13 in League 1. He's getting goals. It's just good to see Ruben Poya really going up there. Ramos as well. Xavi Simmons, Barcola, bits off here from Ramos. I mean, I expected a bit more goal for him with really a player that's 77 overall get more goals. So maybe Ramos is in the radar there, or potentially leaving the club. Bit harsh than maybe perhaps you could say, but Blancard with a 7 and 10 as well. Neves 7 and 6. Neves 5 and 9. Lacroix as well. I mean, it's looking quite good. Let's have a look at some individuals here. It looks like our goalkeeper got loaned out, it seems like. And obviously, oh, he got loaned out as well. So actually, he's actually worked out to be the best. Actually, must have gone out in January. Blancard there, gone up a little bit. Okay. All right, not too bad indeed in terms of some overalls right there. Let's have a look at the board of the objectives from the board. Let's have a look. No, gone on the wrong one right there. We've actually gone on the league table. Let's go on to the objectives here and have a little gander, shall we? So obviously, domestic success actually wanted to win the cup within 3 seasons. Okay, we've done that in our pretty much our 2nd season, which is absolutely fine. Win that one right there. Youth kind of we've literally ticked it off. Right? We just haven't signed that one there. We haven't ticked that one off. But like I said, I don't think we were really going to go for that because we've got Konate and that youth kind of player who was already in the team. So for this season, fantastic. We've got Champions League next season. I don't think with the team we got with some of the low raters, we can probably go on to win that. You never know, but I really doubt it. But other than that, can we retain, you know, the League 1 title? I mean, we're not doing too bad there. Let's have a look. Let's get into Season 3. And so here we have it then into Season 3. Also coming off from last season, we did fantastic. I got a bit mixed up with Europa League position and Europa Conference position in the previous season in Season 1. But regards to that, we wanted European football and we did fantastic, winning the Europa Conference Football League. right there. So very good indeed. And then on top of that, we actually went on to win the league. We have got the opportunity to win the trophy champs again here, which will be very nice indeed, which we did win, I do believe, in season 1. Now, a lot has changed within this team. As you can see with just that screen right there, we have converted to a 4-2-2-2 with Barcola going up top. Simmons now going to the team. Blancard and Zar Emery and DM and Potier now into the cam row. Mehi here at the overall of 68 at the age of 18 can now be rotation into cam row. I think this season he might get the mid 70s. Barbieri, I'm hoping he can get mid 75, so these two could be very good substitutional players, because like I said, I did not state that really the youth academy players, it didn't have to be 5 starting players, they just have to be in the team. And 2 good rotational youth academy players here, even with Bullyton in the right back row, and this individual here, and Blanket. We've got a lot, to be honest. They could grow up massively indeed, but you're probably thinking, where is one individual? And we will go for that right now. If we go to the transfer hub, we did actually just sell him because he's not going to have much of an actual role in this team, if that makes sense. I feel a bit harsh leaving his potential just as a substitution, so I've sold him to Real Madrid for 144.5 million. Keita has gone there for 28.1 to Bayern, which I think is an okay move, and Kubeni and Milulu has gone out on loan. Now, obviously in the previous season we did have a nice budget of 61.7 million when we did sell players. This season we have got a whopping 222.6 million, but I'm actually kind of gonna really revoke my rule here and actually just keep spending 50 million per season, because I feel like that's kind of a bit of a loophole. So we are just going to be allowed to only spend 50 million once again, because I think we'll be a bit over the top. I think I'd be a bit silly there, because also we want to focus on more the youth academy than actually using real life players. Other than that though, I think the only position I really want to kind of change this season is the actual striker role in Ramos. Obviously his stats was okay, but they wasn't fantastic. And if anyone's wondering there with Barcola for the actual ST row, if I just quickly go onto the development plan here, as you can see, it goes pretty much to 12 weeks in good form. He's got really good finishing, and I feel like with the players we got in the team, I feel like a bit of a formation switch could be quite nice within the team, as we are really used to seeing the PSG team play the 4-3-3 or any type of really formation that have wingers in that sense. But yeah, I feel like the striker row needs a bit of an improvement, but other than that, I think we're alright with the team. We won the league. I mean, we won the Conference League title as well, so I think in terms of that, we're not doing too bad with PSG. So the striker we have brought in is a Frenchman in Matthias Tel here, a straight up swap deal. Absolute baller of a player in real life, but with the likes of Harry Kane now coming into Bayern Munich, I feel like this Frenchman won't get as much game time as he used to. Yes, he will do, but if we're offering him a starting ST row with Barcola up top, he's a French player as well, going to PSG, it makes sense. Straight swap deal, so we haven't touched the 50 million there. Gonzalo Ramos has gone to Bayern, but we'll take Tel as our new ST for PSG. And our last signing goes into the goalkeeper position. I thought of signing a new keeper that's got a bit of potential in Lucas Chevalier here. 86 over the age of 24. We paid 40 million with a swap deal with Samba. Samba's getting there with age, and always some of our youth academy players coming back. I feel like in terms of, you know, an 85 just sat on the bench, I think that'd be a bit silly. So we're going to give Samba, he did his due, he did his work. And we're going to bring in this guy here and let Samba go to a team where he can get first team football once again. I believe he's the French nationality first choice goalkeeper, so this makes sense for bringing him to PSG. New number 1 in the team, 2 decent signings. Could be tasty for PSG this season, in season 3. So there you have it then, the 2 signs within the team. Samba goes away there to Man United, and also Tel actually comes to PSG. If you're wondering why it says Tottenham, we did hijack, so it might have just glitched there, but Ramos does go to Bayern Munich. It's very strange indeed. I did check it. Lucas Chevalier, I mean, Sam's going to a decent team, Man United. I mean, maybe not right now, but they're getting there, Man United. They're slowly building up with their new Portuguese manager. Bagsy, 40 million only spent this season, so we have got 10 million to remain. So without doing that, I feel like what we need to do again is go to the tactical present and just upgrade this, because we have got a new formation now, so I'm not sure if it will change it dramatically. We have got a 5-star one right there, so we just want to quickly sim through this. So quickly twice, I have an absolute mare there, ladies and gentlemen, but here we go. The game is the game. We're just going to get in the ST row. Just going to get one of each again. I don't think we need to overly complicate it really with, you know, signing about 5 in just one area. I feel like the whole team's kind of nicely balanced out. You could say maybe the defense. Can we get one for the goalkeeper? We'll just get a 3-star one for the goalkeeper. We've got a decent keeper regardless of that. Let's have a look at the objectives of the season here, because obviously, of course, we have got Champions League football. So let's have a little gander here. Domestic, they want us to win the double. I mean, makes sense. Coupe de France, the only trophy we have not won entirely out of this so far. Reached the final of the Champions League. It's an intriguing one, that indeed, considering we have got some youth academy players who are still low in the ratings. The rest of the team, though, not looking too shabby. Indeed, win 2 seasons. We're not going to bother with that one. Get 10 games of its feet at home this season. Win 2 seasons, sign for the best players in the world, 2 out of 3. We might be able to take it off in season 4 if we get to it. Who knows, though, but other than that, not too bad. In terms of the academy now, ladies and gentlemen, we did find the odd 1 or 2 players whilst into the new season in Pierre Barbe there. 14 years old, though. Not the best. Other than that, though, no one has really kind of came through the ranks. I don't know what this guy's doing in here. I mean, he's an absolute stinker. But other than that, yeah, nothing really dramatic right there. I feel like we've got our players now to really focus on within the season. But other than that, the only thing left to do, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to mess around going to January. We're going to go to the end of the season. Hopefully, some of our youth academy players grow up quite comfortably and the position changes for some of the players go quite smoothly. Maybe the formation might kill us. If not, we can always revert back. But let's have a look at the end of season 3. So here we are at the end of the season. I might have just seen that our goalkeeper was injured. So I thought that was going to be a win there. It said it was a win on the top right corner, but looks like it isn't indeed. Potter with a new role there. And it looks like our last game against Asia, which I think was like the same in the season 1, was our last game against them. And, well, of course, we cannot see a Champions League final. But how did we get on in the league, though? Oh, and we might have come second. I mean, if we win this game here and Lyon lose, then we go on to win the league. We've got a lot of injuries here. Chevalier, so we're just going to do the quick sim here. A lot of growth within the team, which is nice indeed. And we do get the win, but how did Lyon get on? I'm trying to quickly see out. And they lost, so we have won the league. They lost 2-1. Marseille have come in clutch for us right there. So we went on to win back-to-back in the league. So we've won 1 trophy. How do we do the trophy to champs? And we lost there. RC Lens beat us. All right, okay. Coupe de France, have we got there finally? And no, we have not. Still, the boogeyman kind of trophy we cannot take off, unfortunately. I don't even know where we have come. Stand remains has knocked us out in the round of 16. In terms of Champions League, it will be AC Milan versus Manchester City. How did we get on in this tournament? Doesn't look that good. And Jesus, 7-6 on penalties, 4 on aggregate against Liverpool. Round of 16 right. So not too bad. I mean, we won the league again, so at least it's 1 trophy for us this season. In terms of the outstanding players this season, let's have a little gander here. So let's go right over to the goals, and it will go to Zar Emery out of all players. Okay, so the DM gets the done bit for us this season. I mean, 19 and 14 right there. Matthias Tail there with 19. Simon's there with 12 and 4. Barcola, very poor converting to the striker role, 7 and 7. So maybe it wasn't the best move for him to go striker. But I'm going to keep him there for now because like his stats are just ridiculous. Potter there going a bit more, which is nice indeed. How did he get on this season? 4 and 2. So in terms of stats for some players, they're not performing well this season. I'm not going to get rid of them because these are the players that we need to hold on to the most because we haven't got much youth academy players within the team. Lacroix there, I'm not going to count this guy as one of my academy kind of players in a sense because we did release him and bought him from West Ham. I could have, but I'm not going to cheat, but he's a good player to have in the team regardless. But we have got quite a few regardless anyway. Blancard there, looks like he's gone up a little tiny bit more as well, but he hasn't got potential status about him, which is a bit of a shame. But we have got academy players in here like Potter there, Barber, Mahi, Ferry here, and also Blancard who come from the academy, which is very nice indeed. But not too bad, Boyton as well. It's not a bad team. It's not a bad team indeed. I don't know why our goalkeeper's not. We might have had 1 sale actually, and Blancet, who's also with the academy as well throughout the ages of this rebuild. Let's have a look again. I think our goalkeeper, well, one of them's left anyway, just to confirm it right here. Let's have a look. And oh yeah, there, Arnu Tenes for 10 million has gone to the Spanish division right there. So fair play indeed. Yeah, not a bad season. We went on to win the league, which isn't too bad, but could have been a lot better in season 3. I'm hoping in season 4 we get to see more growth within the team. Hopefully when we simulate into that season, we'll see some actual statuses. For example, trade great potential, go to excellent prospect, potential to be special, who knows. But let's find out in season 4. So here we have it then. We have simulated up to the first game of League 1 season 4 in the French division with PSG. Coming off from last season, we was able to win the actual league again. So that's twice now we have won it. Hopefully this season we could potentially take off the Coupe de France trophy, the boogeyman trophy that always gets away with us, and maybe progress a little bit further within the Champions League. I don't think this team's Champions League final material just yet, but it is getting there indeed. That is the lineup, it seems like. I'm not actually going to make any transfers. That's actually a bit of a rare one from me. I'm not going to make any transfers. I don't think we really need to. We have got some low needs returning back as well, as you can see here with Kumbini here, who's a right back. We're going to convert him to a left back though, because we've got Boynton here, who is the right back rotation pro for this man right here. And I don't want them to clash. So we do actually need a rotation of left back. So I think that suits this player absolutely perfect. So in terms of players and the youth academy players, we're looking good. We've got Doe here who's coming back, who's fantastic. Going to get convert him into a cam, which take 2 weeks. And now we have 2 rotational cams with Simons and Portier, which is fantastic. Very, very good indeed. But yeah, I don't think I'm really going to sign anyone for this season, ladies and gentlemen. The only things we're going to really make is actually go on to sign more of the coaches here and also have a look at some of the objectives from the board this season, just to see if we can actually take off and see if anything has changed within the board. We've got more defensive ones here, which we definitely need in terms of growth. We do need one in the midfield, I feel like, because we want to grow up Blacard there, but it looks like we have maxed out, but we have got a 5-star there. So I'll tell you what we will do. We will sack the 4-star one if we can just quickly release this coach right here and hire that 5-star. So it's a little bit better. Hopefully he's still there. He's probably disappeared now. No, he hasn't. He's still in Verbruggen there. He has joined the team as a coach. So that's us pretty much maxed out right there. So let's have a look from the objectives from the board. So here we go. So as per usual, they want us to win the league for the 3rd time in a row. Coupe de France, they want us to finally win that. I can see why they want to do that. Reach the final. It looks like it's already copy and pasted now. Within 2 seasons, they want us to sign 3 of the best players in the world. Like I said, I'm not really going to sign anyone. I know we got the fresh 15 million budget to play with for the new season, but we don't really need to do it. I don't think we need to massively improve the team in any department, especially with the youth academy players kind of covering some of the positions. What I have done though, if you can just see right here, scout in progress. I've done a left back, CDM and cam, just to see if we can get a couple more players just to finish some gaps in case if we get any more injuries throughout the season. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much it. To be fair, I'm hoping for this season to, when we simulate to the end, we see a bit of progress. I'm hoping to retain the league again, get the Coupe de France, so technically a double is what we're looking for here, and maybe get to the quarter semis in the Champions League, lean up to potentially season 5 being our finale in that season right there. But let's see what happens. If we've got to go even further than season 5 in the future, we will do until we complete this rebuild challenge. But let's see what we can do in season 4. So here we have then, the end of the season has arrived with our last game against Stade and Reims right there. So how have we got on? I think I've just seen we come first there. We actually got to the Champions League. It looks like semi-final because also we've lost it to Villarreal, of all bloody teams. But we have got closer, but we have lost it. And wow, we have absolutely dominated. But wait, the one trophy, the Boogeyman team, have we done it? Is it the Coupe de France? Have we done it? And no, we still cannot take this bloody trophy off, which is so annoying. Again, it's just a Boogeyman trophy. We just cannot get past. We got knocked out by Red Star.
I like it.
Out of all teams to be knocked out, Red Star have beaten us in the round of 32. Again, I mean, all we got to do is just get past a couple of these smaller, weaker teams, no offense, and we'll be absolutely fine. But anyway, like I said, just go back onto that one there, confirming it. 1 loss this whole season. Nearly did an Arsenal Invincibles there for the Premier League season a couple of years back there. Well, actually, yeah, really a couple of years back right there. But have a look at the Champions League. It looks like it's going to be Inter versus Villarreal. Like I said, 5-3 on aggregate. Maybe season 5 will be the calling season to be finally potentially finish off this rebuild to win the Champions League and that bloody Coupe de France, because we've already won the league like for the 3rd time now. But we've got our last game here against Saint Remains here. Let's see if we can just quickly get this win here. Can we just finish on 1 loss this season? Can we do it? And we get a draw, but it is still 1 late season there. Alright, Potty with the last goal, making it a 2-2 to confirm we are the champions of France for the 3rd time in a row. Player of the season, let's see who this goes to here. It's got to be one of the strikers. I'm going to say maybe Barcola. Zaire Emery had a fantastic season last season, and it goes to Xavi Simons. Alright, so he's probably the outstanding player this season. Let's go on to the stats now while seeing that. Let's have a little gander. Weirdly enough, our DHAM has still not gone up, which is a bit weird, but it is what it is. And it does. It goes to... Alright, so the goals ain't that massive this season. Barcola with the more goals than Tel there, but got more assists. Okay, Xavi Simons, you can definitely see why he's the player of the season. 17 and 6. Zaire Emery. Barbia there, our rotational youth academy striker. Looks fantastic for a rotational striker. Portier and Blanco. I don't understand why this guy's going up. He hasn't got a status anymore. But he's got really good stats, but he's going up really slowly. I think near next season we might see him up to the 82-83, which I think is suitable for potentially a final or, you know, actual starting DM, which he is, but with stats like that, I'm surprised he's still a 79. He's one of them players I guaranteed if you sell, when he goes to the club, give it like a week or two, it'll bump right up to the 85. It's just a glitch in this game, which is a bit strange. Mahi here, I'm hoping he can grow up a little bit, you know, near the end of this rebuild when we do potentially get to it, because there's a rotational cam in that. Well, he is a cam, but obviously a rotational player. He's not got the overall, but he's getting some alright stats. I mean, only 10 appearances, 4 and 6. Over this individual right here is an 88. I mean, 19 games difference. It's I don't know, it's nuts, but it is what it is, I suppose. I just hope his overall just gets a little bit better, to be quite honest with you. But other than that, a decent season all round. We just cannot knock off that Copa de France trophy. But I'm hoping next season, and what it looks like, we could potentially go in for the Champions League title, which is nice to see. Absolutely cleared League One. It's safe to say we are guaranteed that trophy at the end of the season with time now. Reach semi-finals, like I said, we're not getting them at the moment. But hopefully in Season 5 we can get it done. In terms of actual sales, did we actually sell anyone this season? Let's have a look. Did anyone go in January? And no transfers available, and nothing happened. So it is what it is. We did go and send a scout as well to the Canberra, just because of the fact maybe we'll find someone new here. We just let it kind of just simmer throughout the season really with the other ones as well. Nothing really there, so it looks like, and to be honest, the youth academy players are not going to be more into this rebuild anymore. But it is what it is. We've got one last one right there, but I don't think it is. If we brought anyone in now, they're definitely not even going to make the reserves, to be honest, or even the substitutions, and definitely not the main team indeed. But in that, though, decent season. Like I said, it's still a trophy, but we are looking for that Copa de France and Champions League to finish off this rebuild. Hopefully we'll see both of them in the final in Season 5. Hopefully we'll get there. Let's see what happens in Season 5. So here we have it then, the end of the season already. You're probably thinking, why did I not start off at the start of the season, Season 5? I didn't make any signings. We don't really need to, so we just simmed it right to the end. And I reckon it potentially could pay off. I'm hoping to. A bit of a gamble, a bit of a change up here for the new seasons. But the last game is there. And it has gambled indeed. We have finally got to a Copa de France final. And it seems like we have Arsenal in the Champions League. So yeah, I just decided, to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, because there wasn't really much to show you. The only thing I did do, and I'll just quickly show you right now, was I literally just hired out a couple more coaches, changed some to the 4 to the 5-star because they were available. And I was like, well, you know what, let's just do that. And also we had the 50 million budget, which, like I said, we can't really buy players in now because, well, we've got everyone's positions covered. We're absolutely fine. I'm hoping the team stays the same, and it is. Like I said, Kumbeni, you've got Bouton here, rotational cams, you name it. But as you can see, not in terms of overs, have gone massively up here. So Emery's got a little bit. Fortia's gone to a 90 now. It's looking ridiculous, this team. You can see why it got to a Champions League final. I'm hoping P was happy with me just skipping to the right at the end there. I feel like it was the best move to do because, like I said, there wasn't much to show you, and I don't want to bore you too much. Just hired out a couple of coaches, and that was pretty much it. Just to confirm it as well, I'll go to the transfer hub. Unless people's left, you never know, because I've seen it to the end of the season. And there you go. No one has left or committed to the team. So in terms of one of our challenges and, well, restrictions, the 50 minute wasn't even spent regardless of that. But like I said, we have now got some games to play here. Match day against this team right here. We are potentially maybe one in the league. We didn't check GAN. I think it did say first. We actually lost our last game. João Pedro, the former Brighton man, gets in the go. I mean, imagine that cost us the league title, but I don't think it has. So let's get all the way. Let's just quickly gander right here. Oh, come on. Where is the actual office? There it is. So we've got player stats right there. Let's go right to the semi-finals. And like I said, we did bits of finals. Going against Leon though, which is a bit of a hard game, but you never know. But we have got the semi-finals here. Nice 3-0. Brentens there 2-0. I mean, Toulouse 3. We're looking dominant. Finally, it's looking a bit dominant right there. Obviously, one trophy already secured, I believe, in Monaco. That was at the start of the season. That was the only really game, really. But we just quickly simmed it, like I said, at the end of the season. So I'm glad we ticked that one off. I was pretty confident we'll win that one. Monaco's a good team, but with the team we got now, I'm glad we've ticked that one off. So happy days for them. I'm glad we won that one right there. In terms of the Champions League, though, Arsenal, to be fair, I mean, look at the game with Real Madrid and Arsenal. 5-4 in aggregate. And Borussia Dortmund, 5-2 as well. Looking pretty decent right there. Barcelona, 4-2 in aggregate. 2-1 away, beat them twice, which is decent. Juventus 5-4, and it looks like the playoffs also doesn't really matter. And we come second with only one defeat to AC Milano, coming in first right there. But obviously the big question is now, can we get the win over this Boogeyman trophy that has took potentially 5 seasons to do. I'm just going to simulate right to the Arsenal game, so just going to do that instead because it just kills a little bit of time. So let's see what happens there. Get right to the Arsenal game. Can we get past Leon here on the quick sim? Hoping we can. The entire season's gone well so far, so we do it, and we do. 3-1 away. I do believe a quadruple could be on the cards here with the cup at the start against Monaco. Now that one there. The league potentially. Just got to confirm that actually. Imagine we didn't actually win the league. I was going to do that, but I actually had a shock and forgot. We go against Arsenal potentially for the quadruple. But let's just double check in the league. I believe we have done it. I mean, I think it did say first, but just to confirm with you guys. And we have absolute domination. Obviously, last season only one loss. We lost twice this season. But like I said, we've won the league. We've won the Cup of the Champions there. And then we finally won the Boogeyman trophy for this PSG team and this rebuild here today, the Cup of the France. But can we now get over the finishing line and complete this rebuild of these restrictions we have as well against the mighty Arsenal and Mikel Arteta? Let's have a look at the teams here. Let's have a look at Arsenal's first, see if they've got a bit of a different team now. Opponent analyst, I believe that's what it is there. Seskala, Robbie, Olmo, Gavi, Saka, Saliba as their captain, Aito, Raya, Balde. Decent team. This has got a youth academy player in Cardoso there, Drew Guzan, which is a bit ratty because he's a Spurs player. And Koulibaly on the bench as well with Fabio Vieira, Kimpembe, you name it. They've not got a bad team to be honest. Got a red card though. Not too shabby. Playing the 4-4-2 flat, so very basic, old-fashioned formation. But this is our team right here. We'll change their kits as well, so it looks a little bit realistic. Zaire Emery at 95 as well. Barcoa's our captain. Teo looking a bit tired, looking not too bad. Blancard at the 81 overall. Hasn't really gone much from obviously last season, where he did get a bit of potential Bama near the end. Doe with the 89 as well. What a rotational cam indeed. You feel like he should be potentially starting, but also Poyet now with the potential he's got has got a bit more better in his overall. But like I said, the 3 challenges we set up today was, like I said, we can only spend 50 million per season. Also, we did do that, I believe, in one of the first seasons, but we changed it because I feel like it was a bit of a rule break in that one a bit. I think it would have been a lot more easier, so we want to keep more of the challenge here. I feel like the biggest challenge was definitely the youth academy players in this one. We could have signed a couple more, but it's actually worked out to be okay. And obviously, thirdly, we had the restriction of only pretty much keeping players under a certain age, which we have definitely done indeed in the starting team, regardless of anything. That also didn't count towards the actual, signing players or loaning. But as you can see, that we've got a lot of youth academies with the minimum 5 players at Blanco there, Portia, Leclerc, which we didn't really count, but we have got Fiore here, Mahi, Barbers, and Buita and Blancarte, so we definitely have hit the minimum right there. Biarbe there looks pretty good as a rotational cam. I mean, Fiore's well got a bit of potential. Could definitely come in for Blancarte because the stats look okay, but not amazing, especially on the skill attributes comparison there. Not the best indeed. But regardless of that, they've also done not too bad. Just to confirm, I will put it as the Arsenal kit now. We'll just quickly change it so it looks a little bit better when we're playing the game. But can we do it? It took 5 seasons with this whole different PSG rebuild. Like with the likes of Marquinhos, Donnarumma, Ousmane Dembélé, they have got the new revolutionised, better PSG team. Can they get it done at Wembley Stadium here? Can Barcola lift the Champions League title at the end? Let's find out. Let's get into it. So here we have it then. PSG, the Kings of France, against the Gunners, who once were the Invincibles, but also now they're starting to become that once again, potentially, if Arteta sorts his shit out. But with the likes of Liverpool and Manchester City's Pep Guardiola, they're always there, and they remain in their shadows. But can they bounce back here and make a statement to the world of winning against a very good team in PSG? Xavi Simons are looking for the overlapping run there. Mendes, as it starts so far, they might not be able to, and the ball goes out wide. Barcola does hit it down though to Zaire Emery, our best player. Good shot! And Raya, the Spaniard there, pushes out to the left. They're by far the best midfielder in world football in Zaire Emery, a 95 CDM. He is ridiculous, and that's like the equivalent of like a Team of the Year card, so very good indeed. Barcola go for the back post of Canati, connect across the box. It might be able to. It goes to Blancard. Oh, and I thought it went in. One of the youth academy players shining high. Also doing fantastic this season next to Zaire Emery. A more defensive player indeed. Just hits the side net. Unfortunate indeed. But a decent start for Paris Saint-Germain so far. 11 minutes in, and we're by far looking like the better team. We haven't got a natural number 9. Like I said, we converted really Barcola, and also Teo can play on the wing, so that's why I didn't really see a natural number 9. Not like the likes of like Harry Kane and Erling Haaland. So that's why they haven't been giving them kit numbers today. But I feel like someone on the bench could potentially be it, and one of their youth academy players. And we all know who we're talking about here. But Robbie here is definitely a natural number 9. Give it to Seskala there. Another decent number 9, but number 18 of this team plays the ball through there. So going for a bit of a long shot there. And Chevalier there with a decent save. Indeed, the French #1 in goal, I do believe, Xavi Simons. Good play there. De Mendes down the line with this 4-2-2. And Portier, who hasn't been involved in this game, going for the back post indeed. Didn't actually land to him in the end. Barcola, and that's unlucky. We didn't actually want that ball back post. They did put a lot of power on there. But it didn't really go the direction we wanted to. Unlucky though. So Arsenal keeping possession. Don't give them a set piece because that's all they bloody score for in real life now. It feels like they only score from set pieces. They're very good at it, I've got to say. We're saying that Gary Jesus did score a hat-trick at the time of the corner, and he did well the other day, I suppose, underneath Arteta. Gave him a chance. And that's what Arsenal slacking in real life, and a proper number 9, I feel like. Zal Emery, with the stats he's got, expecting to get the ball there. Marley there, former Barcelona man. Obviously, we did beat them in the Champions League. Portier there, he needs to get involved. Fantastic player, just got such a natural dribble on him, I think, but not the best ball there. And Canati, that will be a foul, I think, and it will be. Looking a bit sluggish. Oh, but the ref has played on. A bit of a glitch here. I think everyone... Oh, now what the hell's going on here? Make your mind up, ref. Bukayo Saka steps up here. He's not got bad free kicks on him. He could produce something magical here. The English winger goes over the ball. And good save. Keeper reads it well. Well done from the keeper. Also looking too bad, but here comes the main man. Number 15. And our best youth academy player indeed. Overlapping running from himself. He's got so much speed. He looks like Lionel Messi. And can he get in? And he can! It's a simple goal for one of our challenges today. I'm glad one of them got on the score sheet. And then who else? And you could say the French Lionel Messi. He kind of looks like him a little bit if he was didn't have a real life face. I may say he runs like him. And he definitely finishes like him with the dribbling, the speed, the skill, the composure, and the mentality. A great finish in the left-hand side of the goal from our most dominant winger, it seems like, this season. Come on. So number 15 there does the bits once again. What a player indeed. It was easy. Absolutely easy. But what was he doing there? No defending from him. 1 goal and 13 though. I mean, not really got the stats in the Champions League. Hopefully that's better in the league and the cup games. But you expect there were only 2 losses and the goal difference we probably had. But who knows? One from Leclerc there, who was in, I do believe he was in our youth academy. Must have also missed him when we simulated. But we signed him back after we made a mistake. Benjamin Sesko there. Winning from Canati. That's why he brought me. Such a OP player, but that should be ours. We're going to fold it off here and then kick it up high to Chevalier. And that will wrap it up for the first half in this Champions League final tie against PSG and Arsenal. Not a bad team, to be fair, Arsenal. Arsenal do rate them in real life. They're a good team. However, in this final, they've had one decent chance with Bukayo Saka on that free kick. Better than that, nothing's happened. But it's all been PSG. Good finish from our youth academy player. Let's get into the second half. So, ladies and gentlemen, 2 changes at half-time. Our youth academy striker comes onto the pitch in below there. And also, our cam does stay on the pitch in the main man. Both of them stay on. However, we have changed it in the defensive line. Not the DMs. In Pacho comes on Pancho. In for Bellardo, as you can see in the top left-hand corner. Another youth academy player on the pitch here. Hopefully he can shine. One's already done it. And he's on the ball now in Barber here. I think I messed up his name, but the game is the game. Going for an overlap and runs it. Can he put it back? He does. Inside. Just couldn't get out of Nelson there. Unlucky. Obviously, youth academy player in striker and Barber didn't really have the best potential when he came into the team, but he's come into a really good rotational striker. Even when he was low rated, he was getting on the pitch. The stats at the end of the season, it looked alright. Oh, unbelievable. Sammy Simons. Little over the top there to Barcola. Couldn't get over the top from him, unfortunately. Blancard, though, doing the bits as a low-rated CDM. But he must be doing well with the stats he's got this season, I feel like. Well, they're already on the league. And Poirier here does fantastic. Going for the finesse shot now. It's unlucky from him. Zal Emery. Still only the 1 goal in this. Don't sleep on Arsenal, though. There's a reason why they're here and they beat the likes of Real Madrid. Sesko's done well there. He should have ran there. He was through. But he's allowed us to kind of get back a little bit. Arsenal looking not too threatening with Sesko. They're looking good on the turns. But he needs to release the engines there and actually go for it. We're just keeping a bit of possession play. I mean, I'll happily take this if you just want to keep it in the middle. But the tiki-taka football was hurting my eyes so much. Just pouncing it around. But the clock's ticking. They got to try and get a goal. And If it stays like this, we will end up winning the Champions League and completing this challenge because we've won every single trophy possible. And Pancho now finally gets it. And now Barcola has got a chance to kill this game. The captain! Good save from Raya. Arsenal messing it around in the middle. And because of that, we're going to try and take advantage of it. Kudascala now comes on for Nelson. Kind of gone a bit slow now in real life, I feel like. You don't really see him in the spotlight as much as you used to. But still an unbelievable quality player with a load of talent. Indeed, not the best one there. And it's going to fall to Xavi Simons. And he's going to try and wing it back into the box. Back post is on. Blancon is there! And he's done it exactly the same, but the opposite side of the pitch. Went for the bottom left-hand corner. And hits the side netting on the right-hand side with a downwards header. Maybe trying to get it in between Raya there, just to try and sneak it in. But couldn't prevail. But the only goal coming from Potier on the cam in the ram row, really. But other than that, Arsenal just don't want it. They really don't want it. I mean, I don't want to speak too soon, but they're not committing at all. And we'll take it. But can we finally kill this game off? That's the question. And here comes Barber here, our youth academy player. Cuts inside, does fantastic there. Oh, that's brilliant.
A little bit naughty, that.
And that is what I'm talking about. The youth academy boys. That was the main challenge. That was the #1 challenge I wanted to implicate in this PSG rebuild. And it is absolutely dominated. See you later. Cut inside. Top right hand corner. Thought he got blocked by Ito there, who's been tremendous form for real life. But our youth academies players have absolutely drilled them apart with another goal. Come on, that's got to be it. So 2-0 in the Champions League final, and I think it's safe to say we might have done it with the 3 minutes we do as well. Arsenal just doing this the whole game, pulling back, don't want to go forward at all. Feels like I'm playing on semi-pro, but you saw it yourself, it's on legendary. No stats have been changed, no stars report, because that would definitely be cheating, and I'm not that type of guy. But Clark there, we like a challenge. It is what it is. Poor from Arsenal. Once again, going back another season out trophy. Another dig on there, but who cares? Game's the game. And can we kill it off here potentially again here? We'll potentially ball to the Liverpool academy player. And we're trying to get to our captain Barcola. But that, ladies and gentlemen, should be a wrap for this PSG rebuild. It took us 5 seasons with the restrictions we have given, with the ages at the very start. 50 million to spend. And a minimum of 5 youth academy players, which we've definitely gone over. And as you can see, it's worked out brilliantly. With Bravo there with the 83rd and Poy with a nice solo goal as well. Both decent solo goals as well. The amount of league titles we've won. The amount of Super Cups in the French division. Well, I can't remember scored, to be honest. The French champs. It was something like that. I do apologise. The only Boogeyman trophy within 5 seasons being PSG was the Copa de France. Only winning that once in our last season, which is this season here, where we just zoom into the end of the season. But we have wrapped it up with the Champions League as well. Also, of course, do you not remember the Europa League we did win as well, which is very nice. A nice bonus trophy there. A lot of trophies. And I believe I can leave now as manager to a different team, to a new rebuild, which will be coming out in the next couple of weeks, or very soon, you never know, on my channel, to build another team as I've left this PSG, this French dominant team, to continue on to win mental big trophies in the near future. I can confirm the challenge has been completed. Let's continue on. And here it is, the iconic copied and pasted bus celebrations here. As you can see, 3 trophies, but it is a quadruple, of course, because obviously won the equivalent of the Super Cup in the French, I feel like, at the start of the season against Monaco. Should be 4, but obviously this is a treble. But it is a quadruple. We will take it. Fantastic team indeed. The Youth Academy players, I can't stress enough, have been brilliant. Didn't think it would be as good as it was going to be. I thought it was looking a bit bleak, and I think it was as well, but it's turned out to be fantastic. We didn't even use him there, and we didn't even bring him on. We didn't need to. Fantastic team. They are back. They finally won the Champions League. No Kylian Mbappe. Who needs him when we got the Youth Academy players? Let's continue on. And like I said, though, it has been completed. Like I said, no Kylian Mbappe when he did go to Real Madrid. He was the main man. We don't need him when we got the likes of Barcola as well, Barber, and also Potier. But now it is time to see the outstanding players of the season. I'm looking at Zal Emery. Could be on for the Ballon d'Or if he's got good stats, but especially the rain he is. But let's have a look here. He was the outstanding goal scorer, and it goes to Barcola, of course. Like I said, that's why I converted into a striker, and changed it. 96 finishing now. He is a joke, an absolute joke. Could be on for the Ballon d'Or. You never know with them stats and winning 4 trophies. Matthias Tell as well played a lot better than probably Gonzalo Ramos when we did get rid of it for the pretty much this player. Xavi Simons, Barber there, Zaire Emery and Payet, to be fair, from what he did in the final, really didn't have the best season, but he stepped up. Blind card there, showed great potential, but I've got to say, he played fantastic in that final. I mean, 2 decent chances, just couldn't get it right at the end to deserve a goal. Other than that, very good as well. Bilardo, Konate, Fieri, like I said, Mez very fantastic. Kumbeni, who we loaned out a couple of times, and we did bring in at the start, but he's been a really good rotational left back, hasn't won once. Roy didn't look the best, to be fair, but he's turned out to be an okay centre mid. Wojtanet, our right back, has played 4 games for United. Blancart, sadly, kind of wasted on this one a little bit, but he was there. That's what goalkeepers are, a backup goalkeeper. If our main keeper gets injured in Chevalier, he is the one indeed. But this is where it's going to get interesting now, because it is 5 seasons, a lot more seasons indeed. Let's have a look at my career. So as you can see, 1 club, 4 league titles, 1 domestic cup, 2 continental cups there, which is very fantastic, which obviously I do believe is also the Champions League and the Europa League. Biggest win against Real Betis and our biggest defeat, 3-0 against Brest there. Biggest transfer fee, 60 million. I'm completely honestly, ladies and gentlemen, it's been 5 seasons. I can't even remember. I've got a memory of a goldfish. So obviously, maybe Teo. Actually, no, sorry. I think it was Konate. I do remember now. Club record though, 253 played, 172 wins, 43 draws, and only 38 losses within 5 seasons. It's been a very, very enjoyable special indeed. A decent team indeed, and we are late to see that, but it has been completed. That is PSG done. I also want to just finish as well saying thank you very much for people that stuck with my channel from day 1 and new people as well. Thank you for the support that you leave in the comments and the very nice comments indeed right there. Also, I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, because I think it is the time of the year once this gets uploaded. It'll be around that time anyway. We'll be building up to it indeed. But yeah, I just want to say thank you very much, and I hope everyone has a very special day when their days do come. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you have enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.